The sun shines brightly over the imposing building as a decision about joining the female soldiers is mentioned. Surprised, he glances up with wide eyes, likely reacting to unexpected news. Acknowledging the discussion, he stands firm and responds with a confident "yes, sir," while maintaining eye contact. A hand points decisively at a list on a clipboard, highlighting the plan to transfer officers to opposite-gender military bases. Surrounded by female soldiers, he blushes slightly, contemplating the challenge of being the sole male in their midst. The tension intensifies as he flinches at the harsh reality of transfer threats, sweat trickling down in the freezing cold. Stunned, he stares anxiously at the officer seated before him, who reassures with a calm "all right, all right." He salutes with determination, expressing gratitude for the prompt assignment processing. Fingers tap anxiously on a cup, reflecting the tension before his departure. Handing over a steaming cup, a fellow officer affirms, "Yeah, Second Lieutenant Kim Jae-jun," solidifying the resolve in their mission. Brows furrow slightly as he listens intently, processing the information with a mix of concern and determination. Sipping from a cup, he smiles confidently, assured by the compliment about his reliability. Amid laughter, he leans back, sipping his cup as the playful comment about needing to be cautious is shared. Standing confidently, soldiers in camouflage maintain composure, now balancing a gender ratio of 5-5 in the unit. A government initiative establishes a mixed-gender military base to boost operational efficiency. Striding purposefully towards the base, he contemplates the reality of being surrounded by female colleagues. Under the bright sky, he smiles softly, exuding confidence and resolve in his new role. Walking down the sunlit path, hands in pockets, he looks around with curiosity and alertness in his stride. Startled, he observes a group of female soldiers laughing together, unsure of what to expect next. He stands in awe, realizing the reality of his new environment, while a woman's voice comments admiringly nearby. Curious, he turns to the side, listening intently to the conversation behind him. A female soldier strides confidently with her suitcase, ready to embrace the challenges ahead. A female soldier turns her head sharply, eyes wide with surprise, her expression a mix of curiosity and alertness under the bright sky. Feet stride confidently down the path, one in camouflage boots and another in casual sneakers, marking their steps in unison. Second Lieutenant Yu Minju gazes confidently, hands clasped behind her back, ready to introduce herself as the new squad battery officer. Laughing heartily, he pats his head, amused and relieved about joining the mixed-gender operation pilot program. Smiling warmly, she nods in understanding, acknowledging the battalion's new identity amid their conversation about upcoming challenges. The uniform displays the name, Tag Yu Minju, prompting a surprised whisper. Extending a friendly hand, Yu Minju proposes they drop formalities, highlighting their equal rank and camaraderie. A warm handshake confirms their agreement, accompanied by a tentative "S sure," as bright colors emphasize this new camaraderie. Laughing with eyes closed, he feels the warmth of camaraderie amidst the new adventure. With a confident smile, she waves goodbye, promising to meet him tomorrow when he reports for duty. A new voice soothingly captures his attention as a female soldier walks past in camouflage gear. Approaching the base entrance, sunlight reflects off the BNCMDR office sign, signaling the next stop in his military journey. The camera zooms in on the uniform, highlighting the name tag, Park Jumi, alongside Roka, emphasizing her role in the military setting. Under the bright sunlight, Lieutenant Colonel Park Yumi leans forward confidently, a testament to her role as artillery battalion commander. Sweat forming on his brow, he looks up in surprise at the tall female soldier standing before him. A pair of soldiers in camouflage stand nearby, while one hesitantly admits, "Oh yes, I'm not very good at it, but..." Despite the playful compliment about his physique, his body tenses slightly, startled by the unexpected physical attention. A female soldier teases with a playful squeeze on his arm, commenting on its impressive build, while he looks up, caught off guard. A female soldier with short dark hair suggests a gym session after their group training, her expression inviting and enthusiastic. He wipes the sweat off his brow, sighing in relief while muttering his disdain for group training sessions. The command echoes as they quickly move to form 4 lines on the training grounds, responding with disciplined urgency. She confidently reminds him to prepare for tomorrow's responsibilities and their gym session, while he acknowledges with a calm affirmation. With a confident smile, she gestures invitingly, suggesting plans for after the gym session as the sunlight filters through. Running swiftly down the hallway, she moves energetically in athletic attire, anticipating the next challenge in their military journey. Sunlight glints off the building's facade, with flags waving gently in the breeze, setting the scene for his next steps. Amidst the sunlight, a female soldier in athletic gear runs confidently, breathing rhythmically as she matches strides with her companions. The sound of rapid footsteps fills the air as he watches her jog past, maintaining his confident stance under the bright sky. She jogs alongside her squad, athletic shoes pounding rhythmically on the track, embodying determination and teamwork. Breathing heavily, the female soldiers in athletic gear lean forward, catching their breath after an intense workout session. Bent over, the female soldier catches her breath, while another watches with hands on hips, observing the aftermath of their intense workout. Hands on hips, he pauses, looking around confidently in his ROKA shirt amid the bustling training ground. Startled by an unexpected sound, he turns his head sharply, eyes wide with surprise amidst the bustling training ground. Suddenly, he turns his head sharply towards the surprised female soldier, reacting instantly to the unseen disturbance. Two female soldiers stand together. The first looks surprised as the second blushes, denying the playful accusation. Turning abruptly, she announces dismissal for individual training, while he watches attentively. A sign labeled training facility hangs prominently, marking the entrance to the next phase of their journey. A female soldier smiles warmly, sharing that the officers and soldiers have opted for yoga or Pilates, explaining the gym's emptiness. The training facility remains empty, confirming that he's enjoyed the solitude for his workouts. Agreeing readily, he responds with a confident, "Yes, ma'am," preparing for the leg and shoulder workout session. Holding a weight plate confidently, she suggests starting with a light warm-up set, maintaining the flow of their training session. Holding the barbell firmly, she requests Jaejoon to check her posture, continuing their interactive workout session. As she prepares to lift, he nods nervously, startled by the sudden instruction to keep count. Barbell poised on her shoulders, she squats deeply and exhales, embodying focus and determination in the gym's ambient light. Turning his back, he faces away while she steadies the barbell on her shoulders, ready for the next lift. Startled, he spins around with a surprised shout of yes, in response to an unexpected call behind him. Squinting, he rubs his eye, apologizing for the interruption, while she steps closer with concern, asking to help. They stand close, exchanging concerned glances, while she lifts her hand near her face, speaking softly. Sweat forms on his brow as she leans in, their faces almost touching, creating palpable tension. Grinning warmly, she reassures him, prompting a hesitant confirmation about his improved condition. She rests a hand on her hip, smiling in relief as she responds enthusiastically to the assurance. Dumbbells lined up. The suggestion for a military press marks the start of their focused workout session. With a supportive hand on his shoulder, she explains the military press as he listens, glancing upward with concentration. A supportive hand rests reassuringly on his shoulder as she smiles, promising assistance during his intense workout. Sweat trickles down as she exhales gently, the closeness creating a tense atmosphere. Straining under the barbell, he grimaces with effort while she offers supportive encouragement beside him. Smiling confidently, she encourages Jaejoon, her voice ringing with enthusiasm and support. Straining with effort, his face contorts as he pushes through the intense workout, sweat pouring down his face. Gripping the bar firmly, his muscles tense as a voice instructs to focus on his elbow, counting down with determination. Sweat drips as he clenches his teeth, pushing through the strain of his workout, determined to improve. Breathing heavily, he sits exhausted, while she teases him about his impressive lifting form despite his beginner's claim. Blushing, he stammers softly, "Yes," with a smile, signaling nervousness yet eagerness amid the high-intensity training atmosphere. Sitting on the bench, he drinks deeply from a water bottle while she stands nearby, her posture casual and relaxed. Holding a water bottle, he nervously asks about being alone together, while questioning if there's any issue. Sunlight highlights the administration office sign, guiding the next steps in their military journey. Distracted by thoughts of dinner, he sits at his desk, hands positioned on the keyboard, struggling to focus on the task at hand. Sweat glistens on his brow as he bites his lip, eyes showing a mix of hesitation and determination. She puckers her lips in playful surprise, while he sits across from her, sweat forming as he listens intently. Surprised, he looks up at her sudden apology, prompting a moment of curiosity and tension in their interaction. Grinning behind her desk, First Sergeant Go Soo-young shares a light-hearted explanation about the female-only unit, her expression bright and animated. Chuckling nervously, he responds to her light-hearted compliment, feeling the warmth of their newfound camaraderie in the office. The door swings open rapidly, signaling an urgent interruption in the office atmosphere. A confident woman declares, "Sergeant, I'll leave the unit in your hands tonight," signaling a shift in responsibility. As the confident woman departs, the seated soldier affirms readiness, promising to contact her if needed. Sweat dripping, he smiles warmly, acknowledging a farewell with a confident, "Yes, I'm leaving then, officer." A female soldier smiles warmly, seated at her desk, bidding a cheerful farewell with a confident, "Yes, sir. Take care." As evening descends, a white vehicle with headlights on approaches, suggesting a pivotal meeting or transition. The evening sky looms over the silent building facade, bathed in the soft glow of streetlights after a bustling day. Stretching her legs, she cheerfully confirms dinner plans, asking if he's okay with pig trotters. A sudden determination fills the room as she insists on helping, countering his suggestion to wash his hands first. She crosses her arms assertively, instructing him to wash his hands, while he nervously agrees with a hesitant "Why, yes, understood." Running water over their hands, they vigorously wash up, following her assertive reminder to clean up before dinner. Returning his gaze to the mirror, he washes his hands, reflecting on the significance of being at his superior's place. A freshly laundered towel hangs neatly on a rack, setting the scene for a moment of cleanliness and pause. Pausing mid-task, he looks up in surprise, towel in hand, reacting to an unexpected observation. Inside the washing machine, clothes are tumbled together, hinting at the completion of their washing session. A sparkling ornate hairpin suddenly catches the light, prompting a reaction of shock and curiosity. Face flushed and hand trembling, he stares forward, overwhelmed by the sudden rush of emotions. Suddenly, sweat trickles down his face as he stares wide-eyed at a pair of black lace. Unexpectedly, he holds up the black lace, eyes wide with a mix of shock and bewilderment reflected in the mirror. Startled, he shouts a hurried response to her reminder about the food getting cold, adding urgency to the moment. Exhaling deeply, he stands with his back to the mirror, the Korea Army shirt visible in the dimly lit bathroom. Hands reach into a food-filled bag, revealing an assortment of takeout containers neatly arranged. Standing with a thoughtful expression, she contemplates the meal's simplicity, prompting further discussion about their dinner options. Smiling eagerly, she expresses her love for Al, while he listens beside the table, set with dinner items. A hand opens the cabinet door, revealing a neatly folded camouflage item inside. She holds up a green bottle, asking about the original flavor, while he reacts with surprise and a cheerful smile. Glasses clink together in a celebratory toast, as they warmly exchange promises of camaraderie in their artillery battery unit. Drinking a glass quietly, his expression turns contemplative about sharing this moment with a female superior. Sitting cross-legged, she lifts a glass to her lips, enjoying a drink in relaxed comfort. Hands exchange a green bottle over the meal, as excitement builds with the questioning remark. Surprised, he answers her unexpected question about having a girlfriend, his voice carrying uncertainty and eagerness. Suddenly, he grips the green bottle, sweat forming as he inquires about the captain's current relationship status, adding a new layer to their dialogue. Nervousness intensifies as she leans forward, creating a charged atmosphere in their intimate conversation. A female soldier raises a glass to her lips, taking a sip with a focused expression. A surprised shout escapes him, reacting to her blunt announcement as she kneels, facing away. Sweat drips as he stares forward, a mix of panic and regret washing over him, questioning how to fix his mistake. She covers her mouth, giggling uncontrollably while sitting at the table, leaving him confused and slightly sweating from the unexpected moment. Laughter fills the room as she leans back, playfully confessing her joke with a bright smile. Sweat trickles as he reacts to her cheerful statement about being single, handing over a green bottle. Blushing deeply, he blurts out a compliment about her appearance, adding to the ongoing light-hearted conversation. She smiles playfully, a drink in hand, teasing about his flattery skills while casually sitting at the table. Grinning softly, his cheeks flushed, a bottle in hand, he enjoys the camaraderie of their lively dinner. She sighs deeply, expressing frustration at the lack of dating opportunities since joining the military, while he listens intently over dinner. Glasses clink in a cheerfully spontaneous toast as they decide to abandon conversation for a shared drink. Assorted pig trotters and greens fill the table as they discuss dinner, their conversation punctuated by laughter and shared anticipation. Glasses clink in a lively toast, uniting them in shared camaraderie over a meal of pig trotters and greens. Speechless, he stares ahead while holding a cup, a blush creeping across his cheeks in response to the ongoing conversation. Bending down, he places a reassuring hand on their shoulder, concern evident as he asks if they're all right. Her head rests on the table, indicating she's succumbed to the effects of alcohol with a soft sigh. Sweat glistens on his brow as he gently urges her towards her room, concern evident in his gesture. He holds her steady, concern etched on his face as she leans heavily into his supportive embrace. The door opens slightly to reveal a foot peeking out from under the blanket, signaling a moment of vulnerability. Gently lifting a shirt, she reveals a glimpse of her bare midriff, adding an intimate tension to the room. Sweat trickles as he apologizes, voice tense, acknowledging his mistake during the intense interaction. Suddenly shouting, he reacts to the unexpected sight of her adjusting her shirt, his expression filled with surprise and concern.
After that, at 1 a.m., they helped each other to reduce their loneliness. They responded to each other's actions with SmackDown style. Guess what's happening and write it in the comments.